Hi, everybody. Tamara Hawk here. This is May 2022 energy forecast, kind of like what you might be feeling, what might be going on throughout the month. So the old stories are over. There's no going back to where we were before. April was a month of such huge changes, like old layers being brought up to be removed. If Hopefully you allowed some of this old stuff to go. The less stuff you kind of carry, the more room there's for new stuff. Okay. If you were listening to your intuition, you probably did this quite consciously, and it was probably really comfortable. Okay. I did a lot of that. And it was very comfortable for me to move forward. So, forward from here, things that you don't appreciate in your life anymore might simply just fall away now. Old patterns, old people, old jobs. So if there's things that you do appreciate in your life, you might want to do a gratitude list or something. I don't know, because it just feels like things are just going to simply fall away. Okay. The first bit of May could push your buttons though. So it's best if you learn to respond differently. Okay. So responding versus reacting. So if something happens, take a deep breath, decide what to do instead of like knee jerk reactions. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. This will, responding instead of reacting, it's going to help you make more conscious decisions rather than the old autopilot decisions. Okay, so this will help create different future. Okay, because same old doesn't have to be the way things are now. Okay. um, Later in the month, it'll probably feel like a bit of a relief if you don't kind of react to things too harshly right now. Accept the energy of like the higher vibrations in the middle of the month to kind of propel yourself forward. um, if you do choose to do too much of the same stuff, you'll just get the same stuff. It's all past, it's all lower vibrational stuff. Okay, and you do not need to go there ever. Okay, so the fear of things happening the same way, oh no, I've been here before, try not to get sucked into that, because it's we've changed. That's all I can say. We've changed. um, what else? I'm being drawn to tell you that you're really going to notice if somebody's trying to manipulate you or guilt you into something. Okay, so listen to your own intuitive self. You don't need to call out the other people, but you can make a decision that you're going to notice it and just do your own thing. Okay, now this will also apply if you're the one that likes to manipulate or guilt people into things. You don't be surprised if it just stops working for you altogether, because it may. Okay. What else am I getting? Probably mid-month ish. Okay. This is all intuitive stuff, so it's anyway mid-month ish. Okay. It feels like there could be some external things that go on with kind of like the 3D world. And it could feel, I don't know, especially if you watch the news. Okay. So it could put people into almost like a little bit of a panic mode. Okay. And it doesn't need to. So keep the focus on you, on yourself. Set yourself up to be okay. Have your space, have your food, have your whatever. Um, you're the creator of your reality. So you don't have to go out looking for drama in the external world. Okay. Because it feels like it's going to be there this month. All right. But it also feels like it doesn't have to have a huge impact on us personally. Okay. I always say, like, if there's something you can do, I mean, if I see a drowning person, if I could swim better, I would jump in or throw them a life raft or something and help them out. Call 911, whatever. Okay. That's something that you could do, right? But there's so much being put out into our world that there's nothing we could do anything about, and it can make you feel really, really powerless. So if there's nothing you could do about it, whether it's for another person or, like say, it feels like it's a collective thing in the middle of the month, just keep in your own vibrational space, right? Like the more you raise your vibration, the more you help raise the vibration of the entire planet. So keep that in mind. Don't get sucked into stuff. Yeah, because there's so much high vibration here. You actually have to give a lot of attention to lower vibrational things in order to get low vibe. Like that's just how it is. So stay high vibe, and then you can help everybody that way. Okay, the whole world. Now, there's a lot of you that are watching this that want to change the way you are or the way you kind of be in the world. Okay. The vibration of the planet's raising. The Schumann resonance has been like crazy. It's get stronger. Christ consciousness is kind of getting very, very strong on Earth as well. We're just for the record, when I say Christ consciousness, it's because I was brought up Roman Catholic and stuff. Okay, it is the consciousness of the ascended masters. Okay, Christ is not the only one. Just thought I'd point that out because I know not everybody was brought up with the same upbringing as myself. Okay, so it's raising, it's the ascending of the planet. Okay, I do get that with the changes that you're making of your way of being in the world, you will have to put in some work for that. Okay. Yes, we're manifestors and we create our reality, but sometimes we need to get off our butts as well, right? I'm not going to use the phrase hard work, okay? Because it may or may not be hard. It's just important if you do less pushing and more going with the flow when putting things into place, okay? So if you're inspired to do something, don't talk yourself out of it. You got to stop talking yourself out of stuff. We're pretty supported right now to make these changes. And I got to say, they feel very internal. Okay. Like with me, I'll just use myself as an example. I've decided to do more videos, but the change with the doing the more videos was a change like inside me of what I wanted to do. Okay. And okay, so the videos are a little more work or whatever. But it's kind of allowing it. Okay. So allow for the changes to take place. They can and they will flow. Okay. It's just you need to make a decision to do it and then let it go. And like think inspired work instead of just planning everything out. Okay. What else? Okay. What I'm getting for, say, more the end of the month is that, okay, I don't know what this means, but I channel these messages, so it is what it is that there might be a few people that are kind of shocked. Okay. I'm going to hazard a guess that a lot of the shock is going to come from people who have zero awareness of, say, their higher self and where we are and 3D stuff. Okay. I think it's almost a continuation of what I was talking about earlier. And yeah, so almost near the end of the month, try and be kind with others, because I don't know what it is, but just be kind to other people and kind to yourself too, right? Because we could get thrown off at times too. And just know that everything's going to be okay and everything's working out. And I really want to tell you, because of what I just said, it's we don't need to be scared of anything, okay? The world's not going to explode. Like, we're going to be fine. It's It's a lot of times the fear comes from what's being put out to the world as opposed to what's true for the world. Keep that in mind. There's as we go through, like, we're raising our vibration hugely. So there's certain people on the world that don't want us to. So the best way to keep us in a lower vibe is to keep us in fear. So as much as I feel like some people in shock at the closer to the end of the month, it doesn't mean that there's anything to fear, right? Like, geez, I hope that makes sense. But if you're watching this, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, or at least have a pretty good idea. It's like it's not even true or real or something. So keep that in mind. Now, heart space. Okay, now I'm getting stuff about heart space. So I feel an expansion coming throughout the month of our heart space. So you may feel that too. And just allow it. It's once again, it's going to help raise the whole vibration of the planet. Okay, don't be scared of it if you start all of a sudden feeling way into your heart, and use it, right? Use it to love on others and do what you want to do here, and things like that. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here so that this doesn't get too long and I don't babble on, because I could really babble once I start channeling. And I think we've covered off most of the most important stuff. So if you want to, if you're a reader and you want to read my blogs, it's like I've got 400 plus blog posts on my website at tamarahawk.com. I do one-on-one readings still. I do energy healing and clearing 4 times a year. I've got a store, the Hawk Shop, and I have clothes that say things like love on them. And if you love my affirmation prayer, I've got a wall hanging of the affirmation prayer and stuff like that. So I don't know, if you just want more, that's where you can find me, tamarahawk.com. Thanks. Bye.